Welcome back in to another episode of Spaceman 2.0 Phoenix Truth Rising Show, here to help you grow in the knowledge and wisdom of truth, and the truth will set you free. With the best history lesson and spiritual insights on the planet, exposure of the Illuminati's plan of world conquest and control is the death knell to the New World Order. So in the last episode, please see my BitChute channel for the last episode. Had a little bit of Formula One showing in the background, got copyrighted. For part 25, see BitChute channel, Spaceman 2.0. In the last episode, we established that the District of Columbia has as its legalese that all territories and enclaves are part of it, which means all other 50 states around it is part of this federal region in the District of Columbia and subject to all of the statutes of Congress, including the Internal Revenue, Title 26 USC. So this is just another trick of Satan, how he gets you. He duplicates the system. And let's get back on into the beast system, the mark of the beast, and some other understandings of how it's been used against us, and some translations from even Exodus 20 and -9:10, and talking about enslavement. So you can pause and read that and just get a deep understanding of what went on into the last episode. So remember, there's 10 federal regions made around the United States of America, which fits right into FEMA's program, and as well Book of Revelations with the 10 crowns and the 7 heads. So we have, this is just another one of the tricks of Satan. This secret United States is part of the beast system described in Revelation 13. The District of Columbia owns states such as Puerto Rico, Guam, District of Columbia, Virgin Islands, American Samoa, the Northern Mariana Islands, and the Pacific Islands. 7 entities termed states, heads, which make up the system of the federal beast. See Title 42 United States Code, Chapter 7, Section 1301A1. The 10 horns described in Revelation 10 are the 10 federal regions established in 1972 by President Nixon. The 10 crowns of the beast are the 10 chairmen of each federal region. Who is the man representing this part of the beast? It would have to be a man of Satan who has worldwide influence over the nations being controlled, which makes up the complete system of the beast. HATONN. Now, Chelas, is the time to hold your breath. The person who has this much influence with world leaders could be Kissinger. Henry Kissinger, that is. Kissinger equals 666. We went into that before. He goes by the name A and K. A is 6 and K is 66, so that's a 666 in the other GEMATRIA. For a couple of decades or more, Kissinger has been meeting with many world leaders putting together the One World Order. This One World Order is planned to take effect in 1992 or 1993. HATONN fully operational by year 2000, with depopulation having also been accomplished. We do not state when this document was scribed. Very interesting. This 30 years old material ages very well, doesn't it? Because the truth will set you free. We do not state when this document. This explains why the Berlin Wall came down so unexpectedly. Satan is working on a timetable, but so is Yahweh. Satan knows that he and his agents are running out of time, and they must hurry. Let's check these two separate United States with the number chart. United States of America equals 1368 equals 18 equals 9. The correct United States. That is, remember, it's United States of America, not just United States. This is how they get you. United States by itself, just United States, equals 942 equals 15 equals 6. The counterfeit United States. Remember, we went into that before. 6 is a negative connotation, 9 is a positive, and 3 is neutral. District of Columbia equals 1194 equals 15 equals 6, known as the Fed, United States. DC equals 42 equals 6. Law equals 216 equals 9. Equity equals 582 equals 15 equals 6. Legislative equals 720 equals 9. Legislative equity equals 1302 equals 6. Court equals 462 equals 12 equals 3. What kind of court? Interesting. 462 also equals Christ, right? Maybe Christ will get you through the court. If you accept him, you don't have to pay the penalty. Interesting again, and how that coincides. Tribunal equals 582 equals 15 equals 6. Article 1, Legislative Court under the District of C, Columbia. Legislative Tribunal equals 1302 equals 6. Common Law Court equals 1116 equals 9. Article 3, Court under the United States of America. Common Law Court equals 9. Very good. HATONN, you who have followed our work know the concept of two nations and the judicial term used above. Remember, when using law terms, always use a law dictionary. When using Bible terms, use a Bible dictionary. When using man's terms, use a standard dictionary. They will rarely give the same definition, if at all. Aren't we having fun learning? Mark of the Beast. Webster's Dictionary 666 on the number chart tells us that the word work means any type of labor, occupation, job, etc. Since the King James Version, as well as others, is written in English into English, most people accept the definition given by the Webster's Fact Book. According to Webster's, the word work and labor means virtually the same thing. However, according to the Bible Dictionary Strong's, they are worlds apart in meaning. The term work in the English dictionary, Webster's, has taken different words from the Hebrew text of the Old Testament and assigned them to all mean one single meaning. This is true with relation to work, labor, and servile. Let's just see what they have to say. To show how this can affect the average Christian, let's take the Sabbath day commandment and translate it into its correct meaning. Exodus 20:9-10. Shesh, 6 yon days shalt thou abad, labor, and do all thy malakal, work, by the Shabii. 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any malakal work. Here are the correct definitions for the words Hebrew used in the original text. Labor, 5647 Strong's. Abad, to work in any sense, serve, till, enslave, bond, service, labor. Work, 4399 Strong's. Malaka, deputyship, i.e. ministry, also same as 4397. To dispatch, a deputy, a messenger, also a prophet, priest, or teacher. Servile, 5656 Strong's. Abodah, work of any kind, act, bondage, labor, ministering, office, service. Now we can see the Exodus 29:10 does not mean what Webster's Dictionary wants us to believe. The following is a correct translation of Exodus 29:10. 6 days shall thou work in any sense, labor, work, servile work, service, ministry, etc. And do thy deputyship of ministry, as a messenger, prophet, priest, or teacher. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any dutyship as a deputy of ministry, as a messenger, prophet, priest, or teacher. Interesting. The Webster's Dictionary is the final work of definitions used by the general public. If you ask the average person to give the definition of work and explain where they got their definition, they will no doubt refer to the Webster's Dictionary. This is the authority. The book, dictionary, is the word of the English-speaking people. It can also be titled the mouth of the English-speaking persons. One of the reasons why English is corruptible is because it's actually made to have two definitions, two meanings, and it's to corrupt and manipulate. Just look at this, what we use. We go to work for a week, and we have a weekend. We go to work to get weak, to be weakened on the weekend. It's never a good morning, because a morning is when someone dies. What are you earning? When you earn, you're putting ashes in an urn, which is when someone dies again. A mortgage is what? Amorta means death, and gauge means grip. So, with that being said, we're manipulated with words in every which way. That's why in Spanish they say buenos dias. It means good day. It's the best thing to say in the morning, not good morning. Revelation 13:5, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. Blasphemy, to speak irreverently of God, Webster's. Irreverent, not reverent, disrespectful, Webster's. God, a being of more than human powers, a divinity, an idol, any person honored unduly, any object esteemed as the chief good, false deities, etc. Note, Webster's definition of God are these definitions, not of great things and blasphemies. Webster's says that God can be either an object of false deities, an idol, any person honored unduly. Of course, Webster doesn't give the correct name of the supreme God, recognized here by the simple label of origin as Yahweh, because this is considered irreverent, meaning disrespectful. Webster's merely places God in the same category as deities, idols, false deities, and persons honored unduly. If this isn't blasphemy, I'll kiss your Shamar or Ethan. Shamar, see 2560, Ethan, see 286 in Strong Concordance. Both words, Shamar and Ethan, are given the same general word, ass, but these words are different, the same way work takes on different meanings. To find out what I really said, I would kiss. Please locate the correct meaning. One of the marks of the beast in Revelation is Webster's dictionary. If you accept the definitions of this book for your biblical definitions, you have already accepted the mark of the beast. End quoting for this sitting. Dharma, allow us to leave this for this afternoon.